Yeah, what do you want? Your choice. I'm...
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. As you desire, Master. Signing off.
Got something on your mind, dude? Who said I left the Jedi? Well, technically I was only a Padawan. Not that that makes a difference to most, but as for the Order itself, no, I never left it. It left me. You know what I hate? Well, lots of things really, but I'm old and easily annoyed, but that's besides the point. What I really hate are how most people view the Jedi. Everyone thinks that the Jedi are perfect, that they can do no wrong. They think the Jedi Council is completely incapable of injustice. Damn right I disagree. The Jedi are just as capable of injustice as anyone else. They may try harder, sure, but sometimes they get it wrong. And I'm not even talking about how some of us fall to the dark side. No, that's plenty indication of our fallibility, but it's something else entirely. No, I'm talking about how more than often not, your average robe-wearing Jedi can try to do the right thing and still be completely wrong. I suppose I'm not being very clear, am I? Come to think of it, I don't have to be clear. Someone my age is entitled to ramble, damn it. But for your sake, I'll try to explain. I'll tell you a little tale about a Jedi master I once knew. Hortath, I think. Or was it Hortoth? I can never get it straight. Where was I then? Oh yes, Master Hortath. He was a kindly old Jedi who meant well, but the most nearsighted thing in the Corps, I swear. He would walk into walls, knock over tables, mistake apprentices for rancor beasts, that sort of thing. And he was too proud to submit to proper treatment. Some used to counsel him and urge to use the Force, Master Hortath. Allow the Force to see for you. But he refused to believe that his eyes were failing. He simply squinted more and more as the years went on. The other Jedi resignedly passing it off as the amusing quirk of a compassionate old man. I'm not finished yet. Now shush! So, one day a young Padawan meets Master Hortath in the courtyard and, not knowing of his blindness, asks him for directions to the council. Quite sure of himself, Hortath gave the lad directions, which happened to lead back outside and away from the Enclave. The Padawan is confused, naturally, and he asks if Master Hortath is sure, and of course Master Hortath says that he is. The Padawan suggests that perhaps he should ask someone else, but the proud Hortath now feels insulted. He tells the Padawan to take the route he prescribed and no other. Rather dejectedly, the Padawan did as he was told, and so ended up leaving the Jedi Order forever. It was decided that the boy's fate was to leave the Order anyway, though whether that was out of respect for Hortath or because the boy went on to something else, well, we'll never know. No, both of them were from before my time. Well before the Sith Wars, even. The tale is about blindness, and I thought the point was clear. At any rate, you think about it. You're the one who asked why the Jedi left me, remember? Now let's get going. My feet are itching for a good run.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course. If there is anything else, I am here to help.
I'll never fall to the dark side. You think torture will turn me, Malik? You're a fool.
Torture? No, dear Bastila. You misunderstand. This is but a taste of the dark side to whet your appetite. When you finally swear loyalty to me, it will be willingly.
Never.
Such resolve in your words, but I see the truth in your heart. The dark side calls to you, Bastila. You hunger to taste it. Become my apprentice, and all its power can be yours.
The Starforge. I've never seen anything like it. I'm transmitting these coordinates to Admiral Dodonna. Maybe a quick strike by the Republic can cripple the Sith fleet. Message is away. Now we can just wait for the Republic to show up. We should be safe here. We're outside their sensor range. Small vanguard of Sith fighters coming in hard. Someone needs to get on those gun turrets. Take those fighters out before they report our position to the main fleet. Incoming fighters! Oh, we've got problems. We've flown in some kind of disruptor field. All my instruments are jammed. We've got massive overloads in all systems. I'm picking up a single planet in this system. I'll try and put us down there. Hold on. This may be a rough landing.
Whew. Talk about your rough landings, Carth. What's the matter? You're flying like you've been on an all-night Teresian ale drinking binge.
That disruptor field fried our stabilizers. We're lucky we made it down in one piece. But if I can't find the salvage to make repairs, I won't even be able to get the Ebon Hawk airborne again.
During our rather rapid descent, I noticed the hulls of many crashed ships scattered across the landscape. Perhaps the parts you need can be found among the wreckage.
The Cathar's right. This planet's a technological graveyard. I saw dozens of downed ships out there. That disruptor field must have wiped them all out. But where could it be coming from?
Even if we get the stabilizers fixed, we have to find and disable the source of that disruptor field before we can take off. Otherwise, we'll just end up crashing again. They must have some kind of protection against it, but the Republic fleet won't. We have to find a way to disable that disruptor field, or the Sith will slaughter them.
T3's picking up massive power fluctuations on the ship's sensors. They seem to be coming from some type of large stone structure to the east. It looks like some kind of ancient temple.
We haven't forgotten about her, but we can't do her much good stuck down here. We have to help ourselves before we can help her.
I only hope we're not too late. Bastila has been Malik's prisoner for a long time. If he can turn her to the dark side, she will join him, and the Sith will be invincible.
I fear Bastila will find the lure of the dark side difficult to resist. She is strong in the Force, but she's also impulsive, willful, and proud, as you once were, Revan. I'm glad to hear you say that. Now that you know your true identity, I was afraid you might slip back over to the dark side. If Bastila feels as you do, there may yet be hope for her.
Well, if Bastila's on the Starforge like you think, Jolee, then we can't rescue her until we disable that disruptor field. The sooner we investigate that temple to the east, the better. We can probably find the wreckage of a downed ship along the way. And if we're lucky, we can salvage some stabilizers from it to get off this planet.
I hope everything works out as smooth as you make it sound, Carth.
Well, so do I, Mission. So do I.
Hey there, what can I do for you? How am I supposed to know anything about this planet? It's an uncharted world in an unexplored quadrant. I didn't even know this planet was here. Didn't you come back here when you were the Dark Lord? If you don't remember anything about this place, then I guess we're just stumbling in the dark. Sorry I can't be more help, you know? Is there anything else I can do for you? Okay, have it your way.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Commentary. That is unnecessary now, Master. Statement. My functionality has now been fully restored, Master. In time, my assassination protocol can be restored, and at that point I will...
Yes, what's on your mind? I don't really know much about this place. Sorry. You got it.
Got something on your mind, dude? Bad men. Women, too, to be fair. Oh, indeed. They make a fine sandwich, also. But don't tell the Jedi Council I said that. And just what gave you the impression that I know anything more about the Sith than you do? Oh, that's right. Damn the years of the young. I was expecting you to be your usual inattentive self when I mentioned that. So it's true, yes. I fought plenty of Sith. That was during the time of Exar Kun. Oh, 40 years ago now. Has it been that long? No, of course not. The Sith have come and gone for ages. They were not called the Sith many thousands of years ago, perhaps. But the dark side was always present, without a doubt. Oh, sure, occasionally the light side comes close to vanquishing the dark. But the dark always returns. The fact that Exar Kun was defeated didn't mean the Sith would never return, as they obviously have now. Everyone knows that. Exar was a Jedi who was corrupted by ghosts of the old Sith, or so they say. He attempted to conquer the Republic and create a new golden age of the Sith. Better to say he was defeated, but essentially, yes. The victory did not come easily, however. No, of course not. The Sith have come and gone for ages. Oh, sure, occasionally the light side comes. The fact that Exar Kun was defeated didn't mean the Sith would never return. That is not a pleasant time to remember. After Exar Kun fell to the dark side, he attempted to recruit other Jedi to his cause. What surprised us, what took us completely unprepared, was how utterly successful he was. Many Jedi joined him and became Sith themselves. Why they did, I will never truly know, but they did. Battle broke out throughout the Order, pupil against master. We fought ourselves. Yes, more than difficult. Next to impossible. How do you fight against someone you love? I dislike such memories. It leaves a taste in the mouth that... it is a sadness I thought I'd put aside long ago. Ask me about the war some other time, just not now. I would prefer to be by myself for now.
Yeah, what do you want? This world is... odd. It looks like a battlefield, but the environment here is lush and green. Whatever happened here was a long time ago. I have seen many strange worlds in my time, but this world is stranger still. I don't like this place. Something happened, or is happening here, and I don't like it. We should get out of here as soon as possible. Do you have anything else you want to ask? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course. If there...
Yes?
Yes? What?
Kuyabi Juskuna Chikanai. Ina kun mama ulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Hindi hatong chikokabi. La boda ni winkis maktoma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Tiska du sukiku ba nabona na gachu. Abtuin kotu. Topa da bunkwalya gandonago jujud. Kabaji kuita hotonga. Yalamo inkapun. Jiloba mulirani bobo. Wabu kumpes kakang. Ba mamarulira. Yatoka ulwan kinkuna ba mulira. Rachikun. Mucha shakpampa. Jawana bota ayuat tahonga chakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bunkwalya gando donago jujud. Musha papampa. Bola wana chikne. Bamuli slemo boda wanga kumbes mulira rabes. Uba patu koji. Tom nongbong jang nungyang. Tom patok smakdelia. La boda ni winki smaktoma. Wana kumbes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Tiska du sukiku ba nabona na gachu. Abtuin kotu. Topa da bunkwalya gandonago jujud. Kabaji kuita hotonga. Yalamo inkapun. Jiloba mulirani bobo. Wabu kumpes kakang. Ba mamarulira. Kuyabi Juskuna Chikanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Jawana bota ayuat tahonga chakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bunkwalya gando donago chuchut. Musha papampa. Bola wana chik. Yatoka ulwan kinkuna ba mulira. Rachikun. Mucha shakpampa. Uba patu koji. Tom nongbong jang nungyang. Tom patok smakdelia. Kuyabi Juskuna Chikanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Hindi hatong chikokabi. Tiska du sukiku ba nabona na gachu. Uba patu koji. Tom nongbong la boda ni winki smaktoma. Wana kumbes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek.
Sure.
Not this again!
What? What?
Time to rumble! Time to go!
What?
How'd you like that? You asked for this!
Yes?
Ready.
What?
You asked for this!
What?
Uh-huh. What?
Tonga kunsha kuneno, wanga kumpiske, mamulera, junyon tung jiji ite tuana, kave volpe molche kovana. Kipuna, kava tompa kolpalje moka pata, joka ko tompa kolpaljeja, ako cheko, jenako, ken pajak slemu tuana. Rondi haudonga kuhonga mi, wala kumbes, cheng pala muli tong king pa no kunklik. Tukni tachukun, ne moli da best. Shachi kin orcha wanda wama, kava volpe molche komana. Kin kun shakin, ne ken kun no bulara jipon. Wama kumbes, chimpala mule tunerana puta, donke serche doma dongo. Rondi haudonga kuhonga vi, wala kumbes, chimpala mule ton king pa no konkek. Tuknin tachukun, ne molera best, tonga punsha kunneno. Wanga kun piske, pa molera, junyon tung jiji ite tuana, kave volpe molche komana.
Takumjostak Miki Grabel Moko, Kachichu Ita Haudonga, Tolpa de Bongwalia Gato de Nago Chocho, Moga Shaponka, Bola Wana Chetne, Pamulis Limo Porana Wanga Kumbis Mule Rabest, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Yin Kinkuno Ba Bulira Chikon, Slimo Potona, Ronde Haudonga Kuongabi. Takumjostak Miki Grabel Moko, Kachichu Ita Haudonga, Tolpa de Bongwalia Gato de Nago Chocho, Moga Shaponka, Bola Wana Chetne, Pamulis Limo Porana Wanga Kumbis Mule Rabest. Takumjostak Miki Grabel Moko, Kachichu Ita Haudonga, Tolpa de Bongwalia Gato de Nago Chocho, Moga Shaponka, Bola Wana Chetne, Pamulis Limo Porana Wanga Kumbis Mule Rabest. Tonghai Wam Gigi Yumalikta Al Inko Tu, Tolpa da Bongwalia Gando de Naga Chocho, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Yumalita Inko Tu, Jelomoran Benubo, Wango Kumbis Kamba, Molera, Takumjostak Miki Grabel Moko, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Tolpa da Bongwalia Gando de Nago Chocho, Moga Shaponka, Bola Wana Chetne, Pamulis Limo Porana Wanga Kumbis Mule Rabest. Tonghai Wam Gigi Yumalikta Al Inko Tu, Tolpa da Bongwalia Gando de Naga Chocho, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Yumalita Inko Tu, Jelomoran Benubo, Wango Kumbis Kamba, Molera, Chachi Ken Orcha Wata Wama, Kama Volpe Molche Kumana, Kin Kun Shakin, Neken Kun no Mulara Jikun, Wama Kumbes, Chimpala Mule Tonera la puta, Donke Serche Domaton. Takumjostak Miki Grabel Moko, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Tolpa de Bongwalia Gato de Nago Chocho, Moga Shaponka, Bola Wana Chetne, Pamulis Limo Porana Wanga Kumbis Mule Rabest. Tonghai Wam Gigi Yumalikta Al Inko Tu, Tolpa da Bongwalia Gando de Naga Chocho, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Yumalita Inko Tu, Jelomoran Benubo, Wango Kumbis Kamba, Molera. Takumjostak Miki Grabel Moko, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Tolpa de Bongwalia Gando de Nago Chocho, Moga Shaponka, Bola Wana Chetne, Pamulis Limo, Tonghai Wam Gigi Yumalikta Al Inko Tu, Tolpa da Bongwalia Gando de Naga Chocho, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Yumalita Inko Tu, Jelomoran Benubo, Wango Kumbis Kamba, Molera. Rondi Haudonga Kuhongavi, Wala Kumbes, Cheng Palamuli Ton King Pab Nogonke, Tuknintak Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Yin King Kuno Ba Bulira Chikun, Slimo Potona, Rondi Haudonga Kuhongavi, Takumjostak Miki Grabel Moko, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Tolpa de Bongwalia Gato de Nago Chocho, Moga Shaponka, Bola Wana Chetne, Pamulis Limo Porana Wanga Kumbis Mule Rabest. Takumjostak Miki Grabel Moko, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Tolpa de Bongwalia Gato de Nago Chocho, Moga Shaponka, Bola Wana Chetne, Pamulis Limo Porana Wanga Kumbis Mule Rabest. Tonghai Wam Gigi Yumalikta Al Inko Tu, Tolpa da Bongwalia Gando de Naga Chocho, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Yumalita Inko Tu, Jelomoran Benubo, Wango Kumbis Kamba, Molera. Takumjostak Miki Grabel Moko, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Tolpa de Bongwalia Gando de Nago Chocho, Moga Shaponka, Kachicho Ita Haudonga, Yin Kinkuno Ba Bulira Chikun, Slimo Potona, Tonghai Wam Gigi Yumalikta Al Inko Tu, Tolpa da Bongwalia Gando de Naga Chocho. Tonga Bunsha Uneno, Wanga Kumpiske, Bamulera, Chunyon Tun Gigi Itetuana, Gabe Volpe Molchi Komana. Gaba Tompa Kupa Ye Mok Bada, Bonanai Gachu, Yiki kun no ba mulirachi kun. Tung na pong shong nong yang. Kabal bolpe molje gumanak. Tonga busha uneno. Wanga kun piske. Ba mulira. Chunyon tung jiji ite tuana. Kabe bolpe molje gumanak. Kachicho ita hotonga. Yinki kuno ba mulirachi kun. Slimo putona. Ronde hodonga kuhongabi. Rondi hodonga kuhongabi. Wala kumbes. Cheng pala muli tong king pa. Kachicho ita hotonga. Yinkin kuno ba bulira chikun. Slimo putona. Ronde hodonga kuhong takum jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita hodonga. Tolpa de bongwa yakando de nago jojo. Moga Japon. Tonghai wang jiji yumalita ak inko tu. Tolpa de bongwa yakando de naga jojo. Takum jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita hodonga. Tolpa de bongwa yakando de na. Rondi hodonga kuhongabi. Wala kumbes. Cheng pala muli tong king pa nokongkik. Tukning tachokun. J'ai besoin de bobo. Dong na bong shanong yang. Dong pa toga smak telia. Takum jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita hodonga. Tolpa de bongwa yakando de nago jojo. Moga Japon. Kachicho ita hodonga. Yinkin kuno ba bulira chikun. Slimo putona. Tonghai wang jiji yumalita ak inko tu. Tolpa de bongwa yakando de naga jojo. Kachicho takum jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita hodonga. Tolpa de bongwa yakando de nago jojo. Mo rondi hodonga kuhongabi. Wala. J'ai besoin de bobo. Kachicho ita hodonga. Yinkin kuno ba bulira chikun. Mocha shak pang pang. Yinkin kuno ba molera shakon. Rondi hodonga kuhongabi. Wala kumbes. Cheng pala muli tong king pa nokongkik. Tukni. Kachicho ita hodonga. Yinkin kuno ba bulira chikun. Slimo putona. Ronde hodonga kuhongabi. Takum jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita hodonga. Tolpa de bongwa yakando de nago jojo. Moga Japonka. Bola wala chekni. Pamulis limo porara wanga kumbis mole rabes. Rondi hodonga kuhongabi. Wala kumbes. Cheng pala muli tong king pa nokongkik. Tukning tachokun ne mole rabes. Tonghai wang jiji yumalita ak inko tu. Tolpa da bongwa yakando de naga jojo. Kachicho ita hodonga. Yumalita inko tu. Tonga busha uneno. Wanga kun piske. Ba mulera. Chunyon tung jiji ite tuana. Kabe bolpe molje gomana. Takum jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita hodonga. Tolpa de bongwa yakando de nago jojo. Moga Japonka. Bola wala chekni. Rondi hodonga kuhongabi. Wala kumbes. Cheng pala muli tong king pa nokongkik. Tukning tachukun nemolera best tonghai wang chiki yumalita al inko tu. Tolkutabon waliagando de naga chocho. Kachicho ita audonga. Yumalita inko kachicho ita hodonga. Yinkin uno ba bulira chikon. Slikta kunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando de nago chocho. Mo. Takunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando de nago chocho. Mo tonghai wang chiki yumalita al inko tu. Tolkutabon waliagando de naga chocho. Kachicho ita audonga. Yumalita inko tu. Jelomoran benu mogo. Takunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando de nago chocho. Tonghai wang chiki yumalita al inko tu. Tolkutabon waliagando de naga chocho. Takunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando de nago chocho. Moga shaponka, bola wana chekne. Pamulis limo porana wanga kumbis mulera best. Tonghai wang chiki yumalita al inko tu. Tolkutabon waliagando de naga chocho. Tonga busha uneno. Takunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando de nago chocho. Moga shaponka, bola wana chekne. Pamulis limo porana wanga kumbis mulera best. Tonghai wang chiki yumalita al inko tu. Tolkutabon waliagando de naga chocho. Kachicho ita audonga. Yumalita inko tu. Jelomoran benu bobo. Wango kumbis kamba molera. Takunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando de nago chocho. Moga shaponka, bola wana chekne. Pamulis limo porana wanga kumbis mulera best. Tonga busha uneno. Wanga kumbis ke. Bamulera. Chunyon tung jiji ite tuana. Kabe volte morche gomana. Rondi haudonga kuhonga bi. Wala kumbes. Cheng palamuli tong king pa nokong. Takunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon walia. Kachicho ita audonga. Yinkin kuno ba bulira chikon. Tonghai wang chiki yumalita al inko tu. Tolkutabon waliagando de takunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando de nago chocho. Tonghai wang chiki yumalita al inko tu. Tolkutabon waliagando de naga chocho. Kachicho ita audonga. Yumalita inko tu. Jelomoran benu. Tonga bush. Takunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando. Tonghai wang chiki yumalita al inko tu. Tolkutabon waliagando de naga chocho. Kachicho ita audonga. Takunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando de nago chocho. Rondi haudonga kuhonga bi. Wala kumbes. Cheng palamuli tong king pa nokongke. Tukning tachukun nemolera best. Tonghai wang chiki yumalita al inko tu. Tolkutabon waliagando de naga chocho. Kachicho ita audonga. Yumalita kunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando. Kachicho ita hodonga. Yinkin uno ba bulira chikon. Slimo putona. Tonga busha. Takunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando de nago chocho. Tonghai wang chiki yumalita al inko tu. Tolkutabon waliagando de naga chocho. Kachicho ita. Takunjostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolkutabon waliagando. Tonghai wang chiki yumalita al inko tu. Tolkutabon waliagando de naga chocho. Tonga busha Rondi haudonga kuhonga bi. Wala kumbes. Cheng palamuli tong king pa nokongke. Takunjostak Miki Grabber Mogo. Gachichu Ita Haudonga. Tolpa de Bogwa Legando de Nago. Rondi Haudonga Puhonga Bi. Wala Kumbes. Cheng Palamuli Tong King Pa Nokonke. Tuknim Tak Tong Haiwam Chiki Yumalita Al Inko Tu. Tolpa de Bogwa Legando de Naga Chucho. Gachichu Ita Haudonga. Gachicho Ita Haudonga. Yin King Kuno Ba Bulira Chikon. Slimo Budona. Ronde Haudonga Kuhonga Bi. Rondi Haudonga Kuhonga Bi. Wala Kumbes. Cheng Palamuli Tong. J'ai besoin de bobo. Tonga bon Shannon Takunjostak Miki Grabber Mogo. Gachichu Ita Haudonga. Tolpa de Bogwa Legando de Nago. Tonga Iwam Chiki Yumalita Al Inko Tu. Tolpa de Bogwa Legando de Nago. J'ai besoin de bobo. Tonga bon Shannon Gang. Tompa Toga Smak Telia. Takunjostak Miki Grabber Mogo. Gachichu Ita Haudonga. Tolpa de Bogwa Legando de Nago. Tonga Iwam Chiki Yumalita Al Inko Tu. Tolpa de Bogwa Legando de Naga Chucho. Gachichu Ita Haudonga. Yumalita Inko Tu. Manama Tota. Akuji Gratong Bola Jeshua Konatong. John King no Pangpa Mola Reconquile. Gachicho Ita Haudonga. J'ai besoin de bobo. Donc, Takunjostak Miki Grabber Mogo. Gachicho Ita Haudonga. Tolpa Gachicho Ita Haudonga. Yin King Kuno Ba Bulira Chikon. Slimo Budona. Tonga Iwam Chiki Yumalita Al Inko Tu. Tolpa de Bogwa Legando de Naga Chucho. Gachicho Ita. Rondi Haudonga Kuhonga Bi. Wala Kumbes. Cheng Palamuli Tong King Ba Nokonke. Tuknim Tachokun. Nemolera Gachicho Ita Haudonga. Yin King Kuno Ba Bulira Chikon. Slimo Budona. Ronde Haudonga Kuhonga Takunjostak Miki Grabber Mogo. Gachicho Ita Haudonga. Tolpa de Bogwa Legando de Nago Chucho. Mogasha. Gachi. Rondi Haudonga Kuhonga Bi. Gachicho Ita Haudonga. Yin King Kuno. J'ai besoin de bobo. Tonga bon Takunjostak Miki Grabber Mogo. Gachicho Ita Haudonga. Tolpa de Bogwa Legando de Nago Chucho. Mogasha Ponga. Gachicho Ita Haudonga. Yin King Kuno Ba Bulira Chikon. Slimo Budona. Ronde Haudonga Tonga Iwam Chiki Yumalita Al Inko. Rondi Haudonga. Akunchiko. Jene. Tonga Busha. Ron. Aku ceriko. J'ai besoin de Kachicho ita hotonga. Yinki.
That hurt, I bet. Sure.
Yes?
Ready. Down you go!
Yes? Yes?
How'd you like that? How'd you like that? Ready.
Yes? Yes?
Yes?
What?
I heard I bet.
How'd you like that?
What?
Yeah?
Sure.
Sharti King Watawama Mulira. Yuman Lipa ak Inkokun. Da mo tinya go juju biti. Just rogi to patski mo. Sharti King Watawama Mulira.
You asked for this! Ready?
Heard, I bet.
Like that! Down you go!
Sure.
You asked! You asked! How'd you like
What?
Let's go!
What?
You asked for this! Uh-huh.
What?
Time to rumble!
What?
Ready?
Yes?
Ready?
That hurt.
Get it!
Ready?
Sure.
이중자, 톨할 과마지 인고 둥, 인군자 배셔.
Yes.
이중자, 톨할 과마지 인고 둥, 인군자 배셔.
Yes?
Sure.
Tunipuro, rana prata don keserja. Hachu apenke. Jebeduana ni bobo, don na bon shanon gang. Don patoga smaktelia, don haibam jigi yualita ag inko tu. Tolpa da bon. Rondi haudonga kuhonga bi, wala kumbes, cheng pala muli tong king pa nokongkek. Tukning tachokun, nemolera best, rondi haudonga kuhongabi, wala kumbes, cheng pala
Sure.
Uh-huh.
What?
What?
Intruder, Torhat Wamaji at Ingo Doom, in Punta
Ready. 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 Let's go! You asked for this! Let's go!
ni polo. Ranga prata. Rondi haudonga kuhong. Rondi haudong.
Never too old for this.
I heard I...
Tak Miki Grabber Mogo. Gachicho Ita Aldonga. Tolpa de Bongwa Yakando de Nago Jojo. Moga Shaponka. Bola Wana Chekne. Pamulis Limo Puranawanga Kumbis Mulera Best. Tongai Wam Gigi Yumalikta Ad Inkoktu. Tolpa de Bongwa Yakando de Naga Jojo. Gachicho Ita Aldonga. Yumalita Inkoktu. Jelomoran Benugobo. Wango kumbis kangba, molera, rondi haudonga kuhonga bi, wala kumbes, cheng pala moli ton king pa nokonkek, tuknim takchokun, ne molera best. Miki Grabber Mogo. Gachicho Ita Aldonga. Tolpa de Bongwa Yakando de Nago Jojo. Moga Shaponka. Bola Wana Chekne. Pamulis Limo Puranawanga Kumbis Mulera Best. Tongai Wam Gigi Yumalikta Ad Inkoktu. Tolpa de Bongwa Yakando de Naga Jojo. Gachicho Ita Aldonga. Yumalita Inkoktu. Jelomoran Benubo. Wango kumbis kamba, molera, takum jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolpa de bongwa yakando de nago jocho. Moga shaponka, bola wana chekne. Pamulis limo porana wanga kumbis molera best. Tonghai wam chiji yumalitha al inko tu. Tolpa de bongwa yakando de naga jocho. Kachicho ita audonga. Yumalita inko tu. Jelomoran Benubo. Wango kumbis kamba, molera. Takum jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita audonga. Tolpa de bokwa yakando de nago jojo. Moga shaponka, bola wana chekne. Pamulis limo porana wanga kumbis molera best. Tonghai wam chiji yumalitha al inko tu. Tolpa de bokwa yakando de naga jojo. Kachicho ita audonga. Yumalita inko tu. Jelomoran Benubo. Wango kumbis kamba, molera. Tonghai wam chiji yumalitha al inko tu. Tolpa da bongwa yagando de naga jojo. Kachicho ita audonga. Yumalita inko tu. Jelomoran Benubo. Wango kumbis kamba, molera. Rondi haudonga kuhongabi. Wala kumbes, cheng palamuli tong king pa nokonkik. Tuknim tachokun ne molera best. Rondi haudonga kuhongabi. Wala kumbes, cheng kachicho ita hodonga. Yin kin kuno bab.
Yes?
Hey, where you going? We can't leave the planet yet. Remember those wrecked ships we saw? Until we get inside that temple and find some way to disable that disruptor field, the Ebon Hawk is grounded.
Yeah, what do you want? Your choice.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course.
Got something on your mind, dude? Not particularly. I suppose you're going to nag me until I cough it up, aren't you? Nothing is private anymore, it looks like. There's no escaping it, I guess. So be it. My wife's name was Neyama. She was the Yukatis enforcer who shot me out of the sky, if you remember. My wife had plenty to do with the war. Upon meeting her, I knew right away that she was strong in the Force. That's why she was able to shoot me down. Neyama was a marvel of a woman. Fiery, determined, smart. She dragged me to the capital and foiled 3 of my attempts to escape prison. Oh, and that body. Well, yes, that. Needless to say, I eventually won her over. That was after I kidnapped her upon being broken out of the Yukatis prison, mind you. But, that's another story entirely. At any rate, I wanted to train her in the Jedi way. The Council refused my request, naturally. I was still a Padawan at the time. I was an experienced Padawan, surely, but not yet ready to be a full Jedi, and certainly not ready to train another, especially not one so old as my wife. I did. I wasn't the first, and I won't be the last. The problem with self-righteous folk is they think they're more right than everyone else. I believed in her and trained her in secret. I ignored her willful nature. I loved her too much to see fault in her. And she loved me too. I know she did. At the time, our love was a shared bliss, better than anything I had known before or since. Exar Kun is what happened. Neyama was inspired by Exar's promises of a new golden age. She wanted to join him. She came to me, pleading with me to throw aside what she called the decrepit trappings of the Jedi, to join her in Exar's war. I hadn't thought so, not right then. I was too proud to believe that of her. I had trained her myself. I loved her. I pleaded with her to reconsider, to think about all that she was throwing away, to think about what she would become. She would have none of it. Finally, in frustration, she attacked me. She drew her lightsaber and attempted to strike me down. It was a scene being repeated everywhere throughout the galaxy. Pupil against master. In my case, it was a long and terrible battle, but I defeated her. No, I had her at my mercy, disarmed and defenseless. She looked up at me and she knew I couldn't do it. But I should have. Sometimes I convince myself otherwise, but it's no use. She had fallen to the dark side when she raised her saber against me, and I let her go. To my shame, she went on to kill many Jedi during the war, until she herself was slain in the final battle. I grieved for her death, inevitable as it was, even as the Jedi Council put me on trial for my actions once the war was over. I had trained Neyama against their wishes. I had failed to kill her when I had the chance, and she went on to kill others. Not to mention that I had remained a Padawan throughout the war. A formality, perhaps, but with the trial, it had to be decided if I was worthy to become a Jedi at all. It was a travesty, of course. I told you that even the Jedi were capable of great injustices, didn't I? Not at all. They found me innocent, even though I deserved every punishment and more. They let me go. Mitigating circumstances, they said. I deserved compassion, they said. They said I had learned wisdom the hard way. For all I had done during the war, they wished to raise me to full Jedi status at long last. That was when the Jedi left me. That was when they failed me. No, maybe you don't at that. They may have been able to forgive me. I could never forgive myself. Yes, I do, I suppose. Does that surprise you? It is all so long ago, lost in the winds, I suppose. Nobody cares what an old man believes anymore, do they? Let's continue on with the task at hand. I would prefer to think of the present today.
Yes?
Yes?